So, first off, tell us about yourself, and then what are your goal? What's your goal? Your major?
I'm from Santa Barbara, and I've been swimming since I was in 8th grade. And then when sophomore, junior year came around for high school swim team, uh, they offered the lifeguard job to us swim team members, and I just signed up and joined, and I was able to get my way here.
Okay.
And right now I'm majoring in community health. I'm not exactly sure what I want to do with it. I was thinking of switching to pre-nursing maybe. Yeah.
And then, what is your understanding of aquatics and risk management?
What was that?
Aquatics and risk management? What's your understanding of that?
Sorry, what was the last one?
What is your understanding of aquatics and risk management?
Just as a lifeguard, I think it's important to be reliable and take accountability and be responsible, and just always have safety. Like, make sure it's safe all around you.
What would you say, in your experience, are the most important characteristics for a lifeguard to have?
To be calm and not to freak out when there's certain situations going on. Always be respectful to the patrons and everyone, and always have a good attitude.
What would you say are your best qualities as a worker?
I think I'm a hard worker, and I speak up when something's wrong or I don't feel comfortable with something, and I try to get to know everybody so we can all work well together as a team.
What do you like to do in your free time?
I love surfing. I'm a competitive surfer, and I'll do competitions here and there, and just to keep my paddling movement, I'll swim in my free time if I can, but I don't do it as much as I surf.
Can you give an example of a time you're under pressure, and how did you handle the situation?
There was this one time while I was lifeguarding, I was working. This lady, she couldn't use the stairs, and she had to use the handicap, and our handicap was not working at the time. And she was just really upset with me and the other lifeguard on duty. And I felt really pressured because just everybody around us was wondering what we were gonna do, but we were all able to team up and work together and talk it out.
How'd you create a solution?
Yeah, we all just one of the lifeguards went in, and we all were able to hold her on each side of her and then take her out on the stairs just as fast as she needed to.
If there was an animal that best represents you, what would it be and why?
Maybe a dolphin.
Okay.
I think because I just love being in the water, and I like being in the ocean.
What would you say are your 3 greatest strengths, and on the flip side, your 3 greatest weaknesses?
Greatest strengths is I work hard, and I try to do the best I can to the best of my ability. And I try to communicate as much as I can. And some of my weaknesses are sometimes I procrastinate a lot, and sometimes I'll blank out on things like what to say or what to do in a situation. And yeah, that's all I can think of right now.
You got one more?
Sometimes I guess sometimes I'm like not always motivated to do things. It makes me upset with myself.
So we have the pool rules up there. You probably dealt with this before, but if a guest argued with you about the pool rules, what would you do?
I would say that like this is the pool rules. This is not what I have said, or this is not what I think of. And I would just have to try to tell them to respect them, and if they can't, then they should probably not be here.
If hired, how long would you be working for us?
Probably from as soon as I can start to like the end of the school year, like May.
Can you work summers?
No, I can't.
And you're what year in school?
My first year.
So potentially, would you be working 4 years for us?
Possibly.
And why should we hire you?
I think I'd be good to hire because I've experienced this and I've been around this kind of environment for the past 2 years, and I think that I would make a good lifeguard because I just love being around in the water, and I love being around people who also like enjoy being a lifeguard and being around the water.
Do you have any questions for us?
Can I like if I were to be hired, would I give you like all my availability of like with like breaks and all that's like winter break, fall break, and everything?
So we do scheduling every 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we would expect you to get your schedule in
Yeah.
every 2 weeks. And there is expectation for everyone to work during the regular semesters. So even when it comes to finals week, you're not the only one that have finals, so
Yeah.
you can't like kick off and
Yeah.
say, okay, I need to study. Well, everybody needs to study.
Yeah.
So we all take part. So just to answer that part of it. But in general, just as long as you have your schedule in every 2 weeks, and then what's expected is that everyone does or picks a morning, a midday, an evening, and a weekend shift. So it's fair for everybody. So
Yeah.
you're not stuck doing mornings or someone's stuck doing nights.
Yeah.
And then with that, it's actually only 3 if you think about it, because if you're doing a midday on the weekend, it's still those
Yeah.
3. So basically 3 shifts, as long as they meet those qualifications every 2 weeks. Every week for those 2 weeks.
Okay.
And then let's say you did get a shift you didn't like, it's up to you to find or switch off with someone else, not on
Yeah.
us. But yeah, just so you know how that sort of works. All right. Any other questions?
I think I'm good for right now.
So we'll have you hopefully come in Monday
Yeah.
and do swim test. And the reason why